Alright folks, and welcome back to the channel. It's time to look ahead to Celtic's next game as we face St Mirren and Paisley tomorrow night. We'll also look at the news that away fans will be back for the next two derbies, and we'll also look at the news of the VAR call against Hibs and probably have a rant about it as usual. I'm joined by Alistair to go over everything. How you doing, Alistair?
I'm doing great, Josh. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Just obviously, there's not been much to speak about, so I'm kind of just glad we've got a game to actually talk about. To be fair, but
Yeah, no.
I mean, Alistair, we may as well start with the big news. That there will be away fans at the next derby, and then I'd imagine away fans at the Ibrox derby as well. Alistair, I mean, you're either on one side or on the other side of the fence with this one, but you're either wanting the fans in or you don't want them at all. I'm on the side of and I think we need to support the away supporters in because
I
you
think the
can't
players need it. The
you
players need
can't
it.
you can't claim to have this brilliant derby and then say somebody from down south comes up and goes, "All right, where's the away supporters?" It doesn't make sense. So I mean, I'm kind of pleased that that finally. I'm not going to get into who started. No, I think it's blatantly obvious, um, it's. I'm just glad if the two clubs have came together and actually managed to kind of put it to bed. Because Alison, to be honest, I think it's a bit embarrassing for Scottish football. In all
It,
honesty,
it's a circus every time we play them, innit, really?
aye, it's always about allocations. So I mean, it might not be what people want, but I don't think we're ever going to get the full
I believe I
full
believe it's
percent.
2,400 at
Aye.
Parkhead, 2,000 at Ibrox, because we've got a bigger capacity, of course.
Aye. So it says here approximately of 4% of saleable capacity at both stadiums, as Alice said there,
It's the same.
because we've got a bigger stadium. Rating there's going to be more supporters in Celtic Park than it's going to be at Ibrox. I mean, I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest. But Alice, it's just a good. As you said, I think it just adds to the derby. They don't like us, we don't like them.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I don't. Don't get me wrong. When there was no away fans, it was pretty weird because the opposition would score and it would just be silence. So
The only thing I'm happy about is we can say at least we won at Ibrox with the fans.
that's
They
for
have
the
done it at Celtic Park.
aye. No, but I think it's welcome. I think Brendan Rodgers alluded to it, in his press conference that you can't sit there and claim you've got this brilliant derby and not have an away support.
I,
It's you can't. It's like Barcelona and Real Madrid fans got that. Oh, El Clasico's brilliant. Well, where's the away fans? So it needs the away fans. It's
some of my best memories, Edward, him that started this,
ironic, guy.
and,
um,
and Lustig running to the Rangers fans after scoring the fifth goal. Great. Some of the
look,
best memories are at Ibrox. I
I
hate them.
still, I still think that allocation should be a lot more. I still think the whole Broomloan stand should be allocated, and we
It's a
give them the.
European allocation, Josh.
Aye. I'd even go as far. I don't know. Maybe but I think it should be the full Broomloan, and we just give them, the same allocation. What's the argument there? Um,
I agree with you, but it's never going to
no, it's
happen.
never going to happen. Because I think the two clubs are just a bit too petty when it comes to it. If I'm being honest with you, but
Yeah, well, call me cynical. Uh, Rangers is ownership might think differently once it changes, if it changes.
I
I
just
don't
think
want to.
I just think with Scottish football at this moment in time, I think at times it's not got a lot going for it, and when one of the big probably because let's be honest, I'm not being disrespectful, but when you down south fans who probably don't watch up here, they're probably going to maybe tune into a Celtic Rangers game.
Yeah,
You're going to need the away supporters there. So um, it is just good news to see the away fans back. To be honest, in my opinion, and I'm
yeah.
just
I
glad
mean,
they got.
you love. I love noising them up. I'm not gonna lie. And
Ah,
we're all
it's
anybody that says they don't is lying.
I know Rangers fans are the same with us, and it's just that's how it works. It's a rivalry, and
Yeah,
and it's about So I think it's just overall good news. Alistair, obviously move on. I'm so big when it, the time. Alistair, the one thing I want to move on before we get to the actual game tomorrow is this VAR call, or just not even this VAR call. I've got a few examples because I'm really getting sick and tired, fed off of it. The
yeah.
disallowed goal at Easter Road has been adjudged wrong by a panel by the SFA. Shock fucking horror. Who's seen that coming? Certainly no me.
Everybody in the fan base, let's be honest.
And say everyone in the fan base, I think everybody in Scottish football seen it coming. Because it's what
Look,
happens.
that could, here's my issue, where, and I alluded to this in the Hibs review. Now, none of us could tell if that was in or out with the naked eye. But if it's inconclusive, VR don't get involved. Simple.
It should, on pitch. It needs to be conclusive for VR overturn it. That's what we're told. So we're just stating to what their rules are, even though the rules don't make fuck all sense. But
Yeah.
and right, this isn't just a Celtic thing. I'm going to take my green tinted specs off here, right? It's completely ruining Scottish football for Celtic, for Rangers, for Dundee United, for Hearts, for Hibs, for St Mirren, for Dundee, so on and so on. Every single team in this league, and I include Rangers in that as well, because you have to.
Yeah.
It is ruining. Every team in the league has had a shocking decision. Look at the Dundee United decision against Hibs during the week. That is atrocious.
And that wasn't the worst one of the night. Look at the St Mirren jump into the Hearts boys' elbow, charging in with a party's body, and basically, as Michael Stewart said, and I'm not a fan of Michael Stewart, but anyway, he said you get sent off at Murrayfield for that. And then again, it was over.
Eh, it's a shambles. It's a fucking I'm sorry, it is. VAR in this country is a shambles.
See
And
if you're going,
honestly,
if you're going to go for the Happy Thoppers version of VAR, get rid of it.
exactly.
You're either all in or you're not.
It's the Tesco value version.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I just don't like it altogether. They're even Scotland. I just hate it in football in general. I think it's it's there, fixed decisions like that. And then, as you're saying, there's been 3 decisions over the last week. It's every single week. And do you know what? We'll have a decision we might have a decision
Oh,
at
no.
Ibrox tomorrow. We might have a decision at fucking St Mirren tomorrow. There'll be another dodgy decision, and there'll be another apology. What's that good? I'm just going to go for it. So, what's the Dundee United apology when Billy McWillie Collum sits with Gordon Duncan? How's that helping Dundee United?
Yeah, especially now, we're lucky, Josh, that the Hibs results not going to affect us, but it'll affect Aberdeen and Dundee United.
No, right. So, but I look at it and go, that right. See when managers get things wrong, right? They lose their jobs, they lose pay. See when players get things wrong, and this goes for with the offsides these days. Players are at risk for a massive injury as well. So
Yeah,
why does referees not get called out?
yeah,
Why? Because every single one of them in this country will have a tally list of just dodgy decision after dodgy because it's shambolic, and it's nothing to do with allegiances, not a shite. They're just shite at their job. They are
yeah.
genuinely
There's
horrendously bad.
a reason there's no bloody Scottish referee on the FIFA list. There
It's
used to be
it's
2 or 3, but now you can't even get anybody ma refereeing games for your league. It's appalling. It's absolutely appalling.
the standard is just. I'm sorry, it's the worst it's been. in a lot. It's been the worst ever, I'd say. I'd even go saying it's been the worst ever for the whole league. It has been atrocious. Right, well, let me paint you a picture here, right? Say it's the final game of the season, right? And St Johnstone, who have had a difficult season, right? I'm going to use them, and they get a goal that could potentially get them a playoff spot, and it's ruled out and it's wrong. So what?
Well,
Is the apology going to help?
it happened against Hearts, the header. I don't know if you've seen it. It was proved after the game it was onside. So St Johnstone played in D tomorrow. St Johnstone won. They go level with Dundee. Whereas if they got the right decision, they would go above Dundee.
Aye, and it, it's
So,
going to come. It's going to come to something like that. A team's going to get relegated off a back of a dodgy decision, and an apology is not going to help them because they'll be down. See an
yeah.
apology off Willie Collum or the SFA, that helps nobody.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Josh. How is that Gordon Duncan Willie Collum show a good idea?
Because it's a Willie
Because what
Collum.
comes it? It's a vanity project.
Aye, it's like the fucking Scottish football version of the Jonathan Ross show.
Yeah.
When he sits there, oh, we get this wrong, but it's okay. We'll learn from our mistakes, and then they just do the same mistake again. It really does. I'm sick of in this country because I think it's ruining football for every single
Let's
team
be
in this
honest.
country.
VAR's not the problem. It's the people operating VAR.
The problem is with VAR though is when you've got, and this goes for stuff like offsides, when you've got one camera angle.
Yeah, well, we all remember the Jota goal at
The
first
Jota
half.
goal, there's dodgy actors. I think there was that one this season. There's been dodgy decisions all the time. It's every week, and I'm sitting there thinking, why are clubs paying for this? And by the way, I'm kind of glad that Jim Goodwin hadn't fucking called it out because it's embarrassing.
We're paying the most.
And I would expect us to pay the most. The teams that should be trying, that doesn't really come into my thinking, but it's not even the fact that if what we're paying the most, it's just clubs, like St Johnstone, maybe paying a few hundred thousand. A few hundred thousand can get them a fucking player.
Yeah.
But they're paying for a VAR system that's a fucking it's horrendous. I said this at the time when VAR was introduced. Why are we getting VAR before we get goal line technology put in?
Yeah. I mean, if you remember, I'm really going off on a tangent here, but that's the last thing I'm going to say on it. You remember the quadruple treble cup final? The goal line technology that day, and I've not had it since.
Scottish football, have it once, then don't have it again.
Yeah,
it's pretty strange. No, but I've said this before, and that's what I always say to end it. Get rid of VAR or make changes to it because it's every week, and I'm sick of going to Twitter and seeing another dodgy decision after another, and that doesn't even affect Celtic. See, when I see Rangers get a dodgy decision, I'm like, that is ridiculous. Or a decision goes against Rangers, I'm like, what's the point? Because VAR is just so it's not a Celtic thing, and I'm pretty fair when it comes to VAR. If I say a dodgy decision is a dodgy decision to me, it needs to get going.
The Tesco value. That is a good comparison, Josh, because
it needs to get going, or they're going to need to try and do something to fix it. Going to try and get people training to use it, or I don't know, because there's going to be a real. And I think refs are confused because
there's
that.
I would do. You know what I would do? I'd have I'd take it off the referees and have an independent. Or better doing it, but again, that'll come down to money.
But the thing is, I genuinely think refs are confused. I think refs are confused because I think there's that many rules, and there's 1 minute one rule's used, and the next minute the rule's contradicted, and you're like, I look at it from a human perspective and go, these refs must be confused to fuck.
Yeah.
They must, because there's no clear rule, there's no clear rule book that says that it deems this, and that's the problem. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
end, I'm gonna end it on that. VAR needs to get improved, and it needs to go. It's pretty simple.
It can't be
Um,
the modern version. That's what I would say. Innit?
exactly. Alistair, moving on to tomorrow's game. Obviously, it's St Mirren. At obviously whatever their stadium's called now. St
Miser,
Mi- the
Stema.
Smizer, is it called? What's your thoughts ahead of this game?
Get in, get out, get 3 points. Take it off.
It's pretty simple. Aye.
Uh,
Um,
uh-huh.
I think I got be a difficult game. I think St Mirren are at home especially. I think are quite dangerous. I think they've got some good physical players up top and that. Obviously we seen that last week again when they beat Rangers last week. As well. So
I think we'll have a slight advantage, Joyce, and hear me out. I think we'll have a slight advantage that St. Mirren played on Wednesday night as well. So they've not had a free week as you would normally expect. So I
aye,
still expect us to go and win the game. But I would
no,
say,
um, no. I think we should be going. I think it's as we say. We know what the clear path is now. I think if we win our next 5 games, we could win it with the league before the split. I think it's
yeah,
Kilmarnock the
yeah,
last day before the split. So there's a clear incentive for the players there. We're not going to have any midweek football for the next few weeks until at least the split. So, you
yeah.
know, that's a
That's
dangerous proposition for the rest of the league. I think having a fully, fresh Celtic squad, fully fit and ready to go, is always good. So, as you said there, Alistair, I expect to win. I do think we will win. Obviously, last
yeah.
weekend away at Hibs was disappointing, but we backed it up with in the end a good performance against Aberdeen. A few goals in that as
It was
well. So,
very strange, the Aberdeen game, but I felt
aye. Obviously St Mirren they sit in seventh. Obviously, they'll be wanting. This is what I think can make it dangerous as well. I think every game for Celtic at the moment, this is where teams really start to, you see in
yeah,
all
'cause
leagues.
every team's got something to play for.
Aye, so look for instance, St Mirren top six. You play teams are going to. I'm not saying they don't try it the whole year, but they are going to go at right. We're 2 off Hearts. Hearts have got the Edinburgh Derby as well, so they'll be looking at it and say, well, we could maybe get
Yeah,
something out of that.
and if Hearts won, we could maybe catch up a wee bit in Hibs.
Aye.
So that the
So,
kind of both ones. So
so I think Celtic are just going to have to be careful. I think that's the main thing. Just
yeah,
going to be
just
careful.
take them off, as I said at the
Um,
top. So
I just think we need to go just a bit just about it professionally, and get the job done, and obviously take another result off that. I feel like a broken record saying this, but that's what you need to do at this point in the season. I think. It's just about.
I think we all know. I'm going to shock you. I think we all know we're going to win the league. It's just a
Aye,
case
you
of
just want to confirm it.
yeah.
And as you've said that a few times, you want to kind of confirm it as soon as possible. So, maybe you could
That's planning now.
um, give players like young Bonner a chance, maybe Johnny Kenny chances and stuff, and then start planning for the summer and getting it, and then obviously you get the other big carrot of getting this treble winning over the line. So I think it's important that we just try and we sprint over the line and we're not stumbling over the line. Because I think last season it was kind of it was really tight at this point still, and we were kind of it was a wee bit of a stumble,
I'm
but
trying to think. I'm trying to think. It wasn't a 13, I know that. But
I think we might have been
but
4 or 5 ahead. I think.
yeah, well I'm trying to think. The first game after the split was God, can I remember? It might have been St. Mirren, and then it would be yeah, it was because the la no, sorry, I'm talking rubbish. Uh, because remember the last game before the split last year they played Ross County, and we all know what happened there. Thank you, Thank you, Don Curry. But as I say, man, I just want it done as quick as.
Aye, no, it just need to obviously go with the line. That's the main thing. Team selection, Alistair. Um, I'm pretty certain what our team should be from now to the end of the season.
Yeah,
I think Schmeichel should be in goals. Obviously, Jeffrey Schlupp should be at left back. Centre half should be trusting. Vickers Johnson should be at right back. Callum McGregor should be in midfield. Hatate, even though I thought he was god awful against Aberdeen, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I think he should still be
play
in
your
there.
best team, George, because you haven't got the exclusive 3 games a week now. So
Um, Engels will stay in there. I think he's on form at the moment. He could be up there with one of our best players at the moment.
yeah,
Nicholas Kuhn, I think, will start on the right hand side, Jota on the left hand side, and Dyson Mider up top.
yeah,
Um, I've, and I'm not being harsh on either, but I just think that Dyson Mider offers you so much more up top.
yeah, and
Um,
especially against because St Mirren are quite physical.
I mean, that
And
could maybe play in the hands either end, so maybe I don't know, but I'd say Mider would probably.
no, I was going to say I would maybe play Maeda because big guys don't like fast, nippy guys in the deck. So I would maybe play Maeda through the middle just to get this, one. And well, if you think about it, Josh, this is the hardest game I would say until the derby. So
Aye,
in the league, so you get by the next 2 league games, which is St Mirren and Rangers.
you've made an
You're
arse of
coming
yourself. You've made
home.
a complete arse of yourself there, by the way. Hardest game to play Rangers in the league. We've only got one. Anyway,
Uh,
no, I, I just, I think the other big thing in the centre half area, they're going to need to be switched on. Austin Trusty's going to probably get battered about a bit. Because Olasanya and that Mandron have got a bit of muscle about them, so they probably will be. I think St Mirren will come in and try and get enough faces. I think it's just important that we settle down. We
no,
can't st-
they don't know any other way. To be
we,
fair,
we can't start like we did on Tuesday night because I think St Mirren will punish it.
yeah,
If
we were
they,
kind of lucky that Aberdeen never had a centre forward.
I think if they sense that you're any off it like Hibs done last weekend, they will probably kind of punish it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. To end off, Alistair, what you doing? What you saying about score predictions?
I'll go a nice comfortable 2-0.
I hope it's not, but I think it might be a bit nervous. I'm going to go 2-1.
I win it two, do just one.
Aye. No, hopefully it's just a bit. Hopefully it's a 3-0 and done. But I just partly think it might be a wee bit sticky at times. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to end it there, and as usual, we'll be back after the game for the post-match reaction. We're hopeful we're talking about another game ticked off the list in the road to 55. As I said, we'll be back tomorrow after the game, and until then, we'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
Hail, hail.